Students, we are now in part 1 session. In this session, I am going to start the new chapter, which is chapter number 7, mensuration. I am going to give you the introduction of this chapter, then we will see the concepts. Students, the mensuration concept you are learning from the lower class onwards, isn't it? You are learning about the different kinds of shapes and its area, everything you have learned in the lower class itself. Now in this session we are going to learn about the surface area and volume of different shapes, which is cylinder, cone, sphere, hemisphere, frustum. All those things we are going to learn. Okay. Also we are going to learn conversion of solids from one shape to another with no change in volume. That concept also we are going to learn in this. See, I have written some of the formulas which is given in your book. These formulas they are given in your book in page number 298 and 299. See, I have written only very few formulas. Still the formulas are there in your book. Remaining formulas you are going to copy from your book. Clear all of you what I am saying? See, I have written up to the formula sphere. Still you are having the formula for hemisphere, hollow cylinder, hollow sphere, hollow hemisphere, frustum of right circular cone. Okay, still you are having 5 formulas. That all the 5 formulas you are going to copy by yourself from your book. Clear now? Now we'll see the formula first. See the first solid. What solid I have taken? Cuboid. See, curved surface area of the cuboid formula is 2h into L plus B. In the question they will give you curved surface area and as well as they can give you in lateral surface area. Curved surface area and lateral surface area are the same. Curved surface area means this inside part, okay, that is the curved surface area. Okay, curved surface area of the cuboid is 2h into L plus B. H means you all know height. L means length. B means breadth. Okay, curved surface area of the cuboid is what? 2h into L plus B. Clear? Then second one is total surface area of the cuboid. 2 into LB into BH. LB, BH plus HL. Okay. Volume in cubic units. Volume of the cuboid is equal to L into B into H. Volume of the cuboid is what? L into B into H. Clear? Next, we are going to see about cube. Curved surface area of the cube is 4a square. Total surface area of the cube is 6a square. Clear? Volume of the cube is a cube. Then third one is cylinder. Curved surface area of the cylinder, which is 2 pi RH. Most probably we will be using for more problem this cylinder based problem only. So you have to thorough in all the formulas. Now curved surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi RH. Total surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r into h plus r. Volume of the cylinder is pi r square h. Then cone. Curved surface area of the cone is pi r l. Okay, what is this L? L means slant height. Okay, for cone if you see we will be having two height. Okay, this is one height and this is one height. So this height we are taking it as L, which is the slant height. Okay, for finding the slant height we are having the formula which is L is equal to square root of h square plus r square. We will say L is equal to what? Slant height. Here all of you, total surface area of the cone is pi r L plus pi r square. Why pi r L plus pi r square means, see, curved surface area inside that area and as well as what is the area of circle? Pi r square. That circle part also we are taking. So only we are adding plus pi r square. Area of the circle is what? Pi r square, no. So in that curved surface area we are adding the area of the circle also. So if you see from pi r L plus pi r square we are having pi r common. So I am taking L plus r. If you are keeping memorized first This also okay, then this also okay. Anything if you are substituting, we'll get the same answer only. Then last, volume of the cube. Sorry, volume of the cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h. The last one is sphere. Okay, curved surface area of the sphere, total surface area of the sphere are same only, which is 4 pi r square, 4 pi r square. Okay, curved surface area and total surface area are same in the sphere, isn't it? So for both the thing, we are having 4 pi r square only. Volume. Volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Here, see, I have written here 5 formulas. Still 5 formulas which is given in your book that you are going to copy from your book by yourself. Like the same format, solid, figure, curved surface area, total surface area, volume. Like the same format, remaining you are going to copy. Here, now I am going to start the exercise 7.1. In exercise 7.1, we are going to see the first question. The radius and height of a cylinder are in the ratio 5:7. They are given radius and height in the ratio form, which is 5:7 they are given. And it's CSA. CSA, I have written in short form. In your book they are given curved surface area. Okay, curved surface area is 5500 square centimeter. Okay, curved surface area of which figure we are talking? We are talking about cylinder. So CSA of the cylinder, they are given as 5500 square centimeter. Find radius and height. We have to find what is the radius and what is the height we have to find. Clear the question. See what is given, ratio of radius and height. What ratio they are given? 5:7 ratio they are given. First, whenever they are giving the ratio, we have to consider that with one variable. See, I have taken radius r equal to 5. So, 5x you have to take. Height, the second is height, 7. So, height h is equal to 7x. What variable you are taking for this? The same variable here also you have to take. If you suppose you are taking y, then here also y you have to take. Now, CSA of the cylinder formula, what I taught you? 2 pi RH. So CSA is equal to, what is the curved surface area they have given? 5500 they have given in the question itself. See in the place of CSA, what formula I am having? 2 pi RH is equal to 5500. 2 pi value you all know, 22 by 7. Pi is 22 by 7. Pi value is what? 22 by 7. Radius what we are having? 5x. Height what we are having? 7x. Is equal to 5500. We are cancelling this 7 and as well as this 7. What is left? I have written in the next step. See, 2 into 22 into 5x square. Here also 1x and here also 1x. So, x into x is x square is equal to 5500 I have written. The next step, I am keeping the x square alone. Remaining all the term it is going to be denominator. Okay, x square equal to 5500 divided by 2 into 22 into 5. See, I have cancelled. You are also going to cancellation and all you know, isn't it? After cancelling, I have got the numerator value is 25. So, x square equal to 25. What is the square value of 25? It is the 5. Isn't it? When you take the square root of 25, what you will get? 5. So, x is equal to 5 we have got. Now, in the question, they are asking what is the radius and what is the height. So, the radius r is equal to what we are having? 5x. So, 5 in the place of x, what we are having the value? 5. So, 5 into 5 is 25 centimeter. Height. H is equal to 7x we are having. 7 into 5 is equal to 35 centimeter. Okay, these measurements and all very important. If you are not writing, you will be reduced 1 marks. Clear all of you the first question? Yes. Second question, a solid iron cylinder has total surface area of 1848. Students, all the questions you are going to copy from your book because I am somewhere I will be writing the short form. So you have to copy the question from your book only. Okay, don't write what I am writing because I will be writing in the short form. So when you are reading, sometimes it may be confused. Okay, so write the question alone from your book. Now, second question. A solid iron cylinder has total surface area 1848 square meter. They are given. Its curved surface area is 5/6 of its TSA. Find the radius and height of iron cylinder. See students, in this question they are talking about total surface area of the cylinder and as well as the curved surface area of the cylinder. First we have to know the two formulas. Isn't it? Total surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r into h plus r. Curved surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r h. What is the curved surface area of the cylinder? 2 pi r h. Now we will come to the question. A solid iron cylinder has total surface area of 1848, which is TSA of the cylinder they are given as 1848. The next line, its curved surface area. Curved surface area means what? CSA. CSA is equal to 5/6. 5/6 means 5 by 6. 5/6 of its TSA they are given. So 5 by 6 into TSA. Here curved surface area is 5 by 6th of its TSA means 5 by 6 into TSA you have to write. Here what is the curved surface formula? 2 pi RH is equal to 5 by 6 into total surface area. What is the value they are given in the question? 1848. That is they are given in the question itself. Now if you see here, I am cancelling 6 and 1848. If I cancel, what value I am getting? See, I will show you now calculation. See the cancellation I have done. So like this, if you are cancelling, you will also get the answer. 5 into 308 if you multiply 1540. 2 pi RH is equal to 1540 we have got. That you mark it as equation 1. Okay. Again I am going to take the TSA value. TSA equal to 1848. Again I am writing. Now this time I am substituting the TSA formula. What is the TSA formula? 2 pi r into h plus r is equal to 1848. Next step if you see, I am taking the 2 pi r inside. So 2 pi r into h is 2 pi r h. 2 pi r into r square is 2 pi r square is equal to 1848. Okay, now 2 pi r h we are having here. What is the 2 pi r h value we are having? 1540. So in the place I am substituting 1540 plus 2 pi r square is equal to 1848. I am writing as such. 2 pi r square alone is this side. I am taking 1540 to the right hand side. So it will become minus. So 2 pi r square equal to 308 I have got. So 2 into pi value is 22 by 7 into r square is equal to 308. So r square is equal to 308 into this 7. Denominator 7 if you do cross multiply into 7 we will get. Divided by this 2 into 22 will go to the denominator. Clear? So after cancelling, what in the numerator I am getting means 7. So already one 7 is there. So 7 sevens are what? 49. R square equal to 49 means what next step what you will do? You will write R is equal to square root of 49. What is the square root of 49? 7. We all know. So R equal to 7 meter. Here now we are substituting R equal to 7 meter in equation 1. What is the equation 1? 2 pi r h is equal to 1540. That is our equation 1. Isn't it? So 2 into pi value is 22 by 7 into r now only we have got 7 into I is equal to 1540. Okay, now h is equal to 1540. This 7 will get cancelled. Okay, this 7 and the 7 is getting cancelled. So 2 into 22 into h alone we are having, no, that h I am keeping here is 2 into 22, it comes to the denominator. Okay, after cancelling I am getting h is equal to 35 meter. Clear students? Cancellation and all you can do it in the pencil. Okay. Now r is equal to 7 meter we have got. Height is equal to 35 meter we have got. So that only the question they are asking to find. Isn't it? Find the radius and height of the iron cylinder we are asking. So the radius is what? 7 meter. What is the height? 35 meter. Clear all of you the second question? Now we are going to see the third question. See the third question. The external radius and the length of a hollow wooden log are 16 centimeter and 13 centimeter. Find its thickness. If its thickness is 4 centimeter, find TSA. Students, in this question they are telling about any shapes, but indirectly they are talking about cylinder. What? Wooden log. Wooden log means it will be the shape of the cylinder. That too, what cylinder they are talking about? Hollow cylinder. Okay, hollow. First we have to know about what is hollow cylinder. An hollow cylinder is bounded by two coaxial cylinder of the same height. Both the cylinder will be having same height and different radii. It's called hollow cylinder. Whenever they are talking about hollow cylinder, you have to draw two cylinder. One should be inside. Okay, for the two cylinder, what will be the same? Height will be same. What will be the different? Radius will be different. Why the radius is different? See, for this cylinder, for the inner cylinder, see the circle we are having. So that radius from where to where you will draw, from here to here we will draw. For the outer cylinder, see this is the outer cylinder. For this radius, how will you draw? From the center to the outer will be drawing, isn't it? So this inner cylinder radius you have to take it as small r. The outer cylinder radius you have to take it as capital R. Okay, the distance between the smaller cylinder and the larger cylinder you have to take it as width. Width means the thickness. You have to take it. Clear now? Now I ask you to write the hollow cylinder formula. I ask you to copy it. Isn't it? What is that hollow cylinder formula is? 2 pi r plus r into r minus r plus h. That is the total surface area of a hollow cylinder. Clear now about the hollow cylinder? Now we'll see the solution. In the question what they have given? External radius. External radius means the capital R you have to take. From here to here. The bigger radius you have to take it as external radius. That is the capital R. Clear? They are given 16 centimeter in the question. And length or height. They are given length and height are same only. Height is equal to 13 centimeter they are given. Okay. Thickness. I told you thickness means what? Width. W. They are given the thickness W value is 4 centimeter. Okay. What I told TSA of the hollow cylinder? 2 pi into capital R plus R into capital R minus R plus H I told you. For this capital R value you are having. H value we are having. Okay, do you have the value of small r? Small radius do you have? We are not having. So first we have to find. How can we find means the internal radius. Okay, internal radius means small r. External radius means capital R. Internal radius small r, how can we find means capital R minus W. W is nothing but the width, thickness. Okay, we know capital R is 16. The width is 4. So 16 minus 4 is 12 centimeter. We have got the internal radius small r is equal to 12 centimeter value we have got. Now TSA of a hollow cylinder we are writing. We know the formula. I am going to substitute the values. 2 into 22 by 7 into capital R is 16 plus small r is 12 into capital R is 16, small r is minus in formula minus, so minus 12, I is 13, so plus 13. Here the next step, if you see, 2 into 22 into 16 plus 12, if we add we are getting 28 into 17. So 7 table 28 will come 4 times. So 2 into 22 is 44 into 4 into 17. If you multiply, we are getting 2992 centimeter square. Because they have given the measurement in centimeter, we are finding the area. Area means you have to put the square. Centimeter square you have to write. Students, all of you clear about the hollow cylinder concepts? Yes. We are going to see the fourth question. A right angle triangle PQR where angle Q is equal to 90 degree is rotated about QR and PQ. If QR is equal to 16 centimeter and PR is equal to 20 centimeter, compare the curved surface area of the right circular cone. Students, first they are saying, right, we have to take right angle triangle PQR, where angle Q is the 90 degree they are given. First, I have drawn the right angle triangle and angle Q is 90 degree I have taken. QR side is 16 centimeter, PR side is 20 centimeter. We don't know the length of QP. So what will we do now? We will be using Pythagoras theorem and we have to find the QP side length. Here, first we will do that in a triangle PQR by Pythagoras theorem. How will we write Pythagoras theorem? Hypotenuse side square is equal to square of the sum of the square of the remaining two sides. Remaining two sides means what? RQ square plus QP square. Okay, see I have written PR. What is that? 20. So 20 whole square is equal to QP. We don't know the length. So write QP square plus RQ is what? 16. So 16 square. 16 square means we will get 256 plus QP square equal to 20 square is 400. Clear? So now I am taking this 256 to the right hand side. When I subtract, I am getting QP square is equal to 144. Now I am taking the square root of 144. What value I will get? I will get 12 centimeter. So QP is equal to 12 centimeter I have got. Now using the Pythagoras theorem, we have got the QP side. Now we know all the three lengths, isn't it? Now in the question they are talking, they are asking to rotate this triangle. Okay, first we have to rotate in the side QR. Okay, then we have to rotate the side PQ. Clear? Clear all of you? First what side I have to rotate? QR side I am going to rotate. Okay, next I am going to rotate in the side of PQ. See, when I am rotating in the side QR, which is I am keeping constant, fixedly, and which I am going to keep it fixed means this. Okay, so when I am rotating like this, okay, like this I am rotating. The triangle is rotated about QR side. Okay, by that time the same triangle only I have drawn here. See what shape you are getting? We are getting in the shape of cone, isn't it? Now from this what formula we can apply? CSA of a cone we can use, isn't it? Curved surface area of a cone, what is the formula? Pi RL, we know, isn't it? Radius means what? R is equal to 12 centimeter. Height is equal to what? H is equal to 16 centimeter. Slant height L is equal to 20 centimeter. Okay, for this only we have found first itself Pythagoras theorem. This radius value we need know. For that reason we have used Pythagoras theorem and we have got radius now what? 12 centimeter. Here now CSA of a cone is pi into R into L. Pi I am keeping as such. Radius is what? 12. 12 into length. Length is what? L means what I told you? Slant height. Slant height is 20. Okay, pi into 12 into 20 is 240 pi centimeter square. Why I am not substituting a pi value means in the question they are asking to compare. Okay, which is larger only they are asking. They are not asking the curved surface area value. So to compare which is larger, we no need to substitute the value of pi. We will keep as such itself. Okay, now curved surface area equal to 240 pi centimeter square I have got. Now, next the same triangle I am going to rotate. Now we are going to rotate the PQ side. Okay, again what shape will get? We'll get in the shape of cone. But when I am rotating in the side of PQ, see, this is our radius. Okay, this is our radius. This is the slant height. Then this is the height. Clear? Only the height and radius will be changed. See, radius R is equal to 16 centimeter. Height H is equal to 12 centimeter. Okay. Previously, if you see, radius is 12, height is 16. Now, when you are rotating in the side PQ, both will get interchanged. But the slant height will be same only. Again, I am using the CSA of a cone, pi r L. The formula pi into radius is 16. L is what? Slant height 20. So pi into 16 into 20, when I am multiplying, I will get 320 pi centimeter square. Now we are going to compare the two cones. Now which curved surface area is larger? When I am rotating in the side PQ, I am getting the curved surface area is larger. So write the line. Therefore, CSA of a cone when is rotated about PQ is larger. We have to write. Clear all of you the fourth question? Yes. Fifth question. Before going to fifth question, you have to know about the note. Okay, before copying in a class for fifth question, just write the note and then you can copy a fifth question. See what this note says means this is what right circular cone. Okay, see I have drawn a right angle triangle, from that I have drawn the cone. So right angle triangle means we can apply the Pythagoras theorem, isn't it? So according to Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse side square is equal to h square plus r square I have written. From this, how I am finding the slant height L, radius R, height H means, see, when I need only L means the square it will become square root. So L equal to square root of H square plus R square. From this value, if you need R means you keep the R alone this side. You take the H that side. So L square minus H square. R alone means you have to put square root. Clear? Like that. If you need height means you keep the height alone this side, take the r square that side. So L square minus r square. H alone you need means put square root. Like that only we have derived the four formulas. Clear all of you? Now we'll see the fifth question. 4 persons live in a conical tent. Slant height 19 centimeter. If each person requires 22 centimeter square of the floor area, find the height of the tent. See, in the question they are saying a 4 person want to sit in a conical tent. Now, can you tell me what will be the floor of the conical tent? It will be the circle. Isn't it? This place they are not going to occupy because it is a tent. Only they will be sitting in the floor area. The floor area shape is circle. Okay, we have to find the height of the tent. Clear all of you? How many persons are going to sit? 4 persons are going to sit in the circular area. Each person takes 22 centimeter square. Okay, that much area they have taken. We have to find the height of the tent. Clear all of you the question? Now we'll see the solution. Area covered by one person. Okay, how much area one person is taking from the circle? 22 centimeter square they are taking. But how many of them were in the tent? 4 of them want to sit. So area covered by 4 person. 22. Single person taking area 22. 4 person means into 4 you have to multiply. So 88 centimeter square. Okay, that much area we need. Now we will see. Here the base floor area will be in what shape? it is the circular shape. So what area we have to find? Area of a circle we have to find. Okay, whether they are going to sit here? No, only they will sit in the floor area. See, area of the base of a conical tent. Base of the conical tent is what shape? Circle. So area of the circle formula we are going to apply. Okay, for that how much area we need? Because 4% takes 88 centimeter square. So is equal to 88 centimeter square I have written. Area of the circle formula is pi r square equal to 88. Pi value is 22 by 7 into r square equal to 88. R square equal to 88 into the 7, if you do cross multiply, 88 into 7 divided by 22. After cancelling I am getting r square value is 28. I am not going to take the square root now. Clear? Now, till now what value we have got? R square value we have got. But what we have to find in the question? We have to find the height of the tent. Okay, now given in the question is what? Slant height L they are given 19 centimeter. From that we have to find the h. Okay, I told you before itself which value they are asking. According to that you can change the formula I told, isn't it? They are asking to find h. So what is the formula for h? L square minus r square. Square root of L square minus r square. See, I have written h equal to square root of L square minus r square. L is nothing but what? It is a slant height. The slant height they have given 19 square. R square value what we are having there? 28. So 19 square is 361 minus 28 if you are doing. I am getting 333. For that number we have to take the square root. Okay, since it is 3-digit number, you cannot able to know what is the square root of this number. We have to go for the long division method. Here, see, what is the procedure? Here 333 is having. See, I have written from the last you have to group two numbers. I have grouped two numbers. Here no only single number is there, so 3. So 1 ones are 1. Next step 3 minus 1 is 2. The next step we have to bring two numbers down. Okay, I am bringing the 33 down. So the first number you have to multiply with 2 and you have to write here. What number you are writing? The same number you have to write here also. You have to try. If you are writing 1, then same 1. 1 into 21 is what? 21. It is very less. 2. If you are writing 2, the same 2 here also you have to write. 2 into 22 is 44. Like that you have to put 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So only if I put 8, I am getting near to this number. The next step after subtracting, I am getting 9. So we itself have to keep dot and we have to add 2 to 0. See, in the next step I am adding 2 0 and bringing the 2 0 down. Okay, now what we are having the quotient? Just now we are having 18. That 18 fully you have to multiply with 2 and you have to write in the third step. 18 into 2 is what? 36. Since we are having decimal, here also you have to keep the decimal. What number you are writing? The same number here also you have to write. Here if I write 1, then here also 1. 1 into 362 is 362 only. But it is very small when compared to 900. So if I put 2 into 302, then same 2 I am writing here also. So 2 into 362 is 724. So no need to subtract that. After decimal, if one number is there, it is enough. So our height is what? 18.2 centimeter. Okay. Therefore, the height of the tent is 18.2 centimeter. Clear all of you? Clear all of you the fifth question? Yes. Students, sixth question. This is very interesting question. See, I am going to read the question first. See, I have written the question in short form. You have to copy the question from your book. A girl wishes to prepare birthday cakes in the form of right circular cone for a birthday party. Okay, one girl is making the birthday cake. Okay, in the shape of right circular cone, she is making the birthday cake. Okay, for that she is using a sheet of paper whose area is 5720 centimeters square. How many caps can be made with radius 5 centimeter and height 12 centimeter? That is the question. Can you able to understand the question? One girl wishes to make the birthday cap. Okay, for that girl is taking the total sheet of the paper is 5720 centimeter square. Okay, the sheet of the paper. Okay, each cap she is going to prepare with radius 5 centimeter and height 12 centimeter she is going to prepare. From this area, she is going to prepare what? Radius 5 centimeter and height 12 centimeter. With that measurement, she is going to make the caps. But in the question, what they are asking? How many numbers of caps she is going to prepare with this area? Clear all of you the question? Yes. See, I have drawn the right circular cone. This is the radius, this is the height and this is the slant height we know. Okay, radius they are given 5 centimeter. Height also they are given 12 centimeter. Okay, to make the cap, which area we need? We need the curved surface area, because this curved surface area only we want to calculate. So, what is the curved surface area of a cone? What is the formula for CSA of a cone? Pi r L. So, but in the question they are given the h height, that value they are given. But we don't need this height. Which height we need? We need the slant height L value. So, how will you find the L value? Slant height L is equal to previous problem. When I am teaching, I gave you note. No, in that slant height L is equal to what we have written? Square root of h square plus r square we have written. Isn't it? H means what? 12 square plus r means 5 square. 12 square is 144, 5 square is 25. So 144 plus 25 is 169. So what is the square root of 169? 13. So the slant height L value is what? 13 centimeter. Clear all of you? The next, area of the paper needed for one cap. Okay, how much area she is going to take to make a one cap, that first we are going to calculate. Okay, so in the shape of what shape she is going to prepare? She is going to prepare in the shape of cone. So we have to find curved surface area of a cone. The formula is pi r L. Pi I am keeping as such. If you need, you can substitute the value here also. But I am substituting in the finally. Okay, so that you will not get any confused here. Pi I am writing as such. R radius they have given 5. L we have found now it is 13. So 5 into 13 is 65 pi centimeter square. Okay, for one cap, how much area she is taking means 65 into pi centimeter square area she is taking. Okay, but what we have to find in the question, how many number of caps she is going to prepare? That is the question. See, total area of the paper, how much area she has taken? How much area of paper she has taken? 5720 centimeter square. That much area of the sheet of paper she has taken. So, number of caps is equal to total area of the paper. This is the total area of the paper divided by area of the paper for one cap. Okay, if you divide only, you can able to find the number of caps. Clear? What you have to divide? Total area of the paper divided by area of the paper for one cap. Clear all of you? Suppose I am like this, I will give you an example. You are having a 10 chocolate. You have to give for 5 students, means how will you divide? You will be divide 10 by 5. Each students you will be giving 2 chocolate. The same concept only here also. Okay, so total area of the paper is what? 5720 divided by area of the paper for one cap. How much we have calculated? 65 into pi. Okay, 5720 divided by 65 into, now I am substituting the value of pi here. What is that? 22 by 7. When it is in denominator, for fraction if you are having, it will become reciprocal. See, 7 divided by 22. After I have cancelled, the numerator I have got 4 and here 7. So 4 sevens are 28. We have denominated everything got 1 1. So what answer we have got? 28 caps. Here, for number of caps, she is going to prepare what? 28 caps she is going to prepare. Clear the question all of you? Clear students? Yes. Students, 8th question. The radius of a sphere increases by 25 percentage. Find the percentage increases in its surface area. This is important question. So listen it. See, in the question what is saying is the radius of a sphere is increases. Suppose when you are drawing the radius using 1 centimeter means your circle will be like this. Okay. Suppose if you are drawing the circle with 3 centimeter means the circle will be big. So according to the radius only the surface area will be increasing. So in the question, if the radius of a sphere is increases by 25 percentage, the radius they are increasing to 25 percentage, then how much the surface area will be increased? They were asking in the question. Clear? Clear the question? Yes, we'll see the solution. And we are talking about what? Sphere. So CSA of a sphere formula is 4 pi r square. Since we are talking here about surface area means what? Curved surface area we have to take it. Curved surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square, we know the formula. Okay, before increasing the radius, what will be your radius? Just r here, isn't it? So original radius is r. Okay, by that time original surface area of a sphere is what? Original surface area of a sphere means curved surface area only. Okay, when it is radius is r, the curved surface area of the sphere is what? The same formula only. CSA of the sphere formula is what? 4 pi r square. Okay, next we are going to speak about new radius and new surface area. Here first we are having original radius and original surface area of a sphere. Next we have to find new radius and new surface area of a sphere we have to find. Clear now the question? See, new radius, how I am writing means new radius r is equal to how much it was increasing? R plus 25 percentage of r. Okay, in that r only it is increasing. So how we have to write? Radius, this is what original radius plus 25 percentage of r you have to write. Because see the radius of a sphere increases by 25 percentage. So r plus 25 percentage into r you have to write. Clear? So r I am writing plus 25 percentage means how will be writing 25 by 100 into r. So next line r divided by nothing, no denominator means we will be taking 1. So r by 1 plus after cancelling I am getting the numerator 1. So 1 into r is r divided by 4. The next step I am doing the cross multiplication. 4 into r is 4r, 1 into r is r divided by 1 4s are 4. Clear? So new radius r is equal to 4r plus 1r is 5r by 4. Clear all of you? Clear? Now see the first, I am going to tell you one more time. See first I am having original radius r, original curved surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r square. Next now I have found new radius. What is that new radius r? 5r by 4. Next what I have to find? New surface area of a sphere I have to find. Here now new surface area of the sphere formula, so curved surface area of the sphere formula is what? 4 pi r square. Okay, now in that we are having the radius value. Now new radius we have got. So in the place of r, that new radius you have to substitute. Here 4 pi into in the place of r we are having 5r by 4. Since we are having whole square, so I am writing the whole square. The next step if you see 4 pi 5 into 3 square 25 r 3 square r square divided by 4 4s are 16. Clear? So 25 by 16 4 pi r square I am writing separately. Number I am writing first, then 4 pi r square I am writing separately. Because 4 pi r square, what is that? That is the curved surface area of a sphere. I am not going to cancel, so I am going to keep it as such. Okay, now increased surface area. Okay, now first what we have got? We have got original radius and original CSA we have got. Then next we have got new radius and new CSA value we have got. Isn't it? Now how much increased? How do you know? How do you know? Only if you subtract and see how much has increased, you will be know. So new increased area is equal to new area. New area means new curved surface area of a sphere minus original surface area of a sphere. Only if you subtract and see how much it has been increased, you will be know. Clear? New surface area, what value we are having? 25 by 16 into 4 pi r square minus original surface area of a sphere, what we are having? 4 pi r square. Clear? So from this two term, what is the commonly we are having? 4 pi r square we are having. Okay, so I am taking that 4 pi r square outside. For that reason only I have not cancelled here. I am keeping as such 4 pi r square here. Clear? So from this two term, 4 pi r square is commonly we are having. I have taken out. So then what you will be having? 25 by 16 minus here 4 pi r square is outside. So you have to put 1. Clear? So here no denominator means you assume denominator is 1. The next step I am doing the cross multiplication. 1 into 25 is 25. 16 into 1 is 16. Divided by 16 into 1 is 16. Clear? So increased surface area 25 minus 16 is 9 divided by 16 into 4 pi r square. Clear all of you? Now we have found the increased surface area value. But in the question they are asking the answer in the form of percentage. Okay? In the question they are asking to find the percentage increase in its surface area. Okay, we don't need in this form, we need it in the percentage form. So percentage of increased surface area is equal to how much increased surface area divided by original surface area into 100%. Okay, usually when we are finding this percentage, what we will be using? How much has been increased, that area divided by the original value. If you dividing and if you are multiplying with 100 means you will get the percentage of increased surface area value. Clear all of you? Since I don't have the space here, I have written in the down, but you have to write it in the same line. Percentage of increased surface area is equal to increased surface area divided by original surface area into 100%. You have to write it in this side. Clear all of you? Now increase the surface area, what value we are having? 9 by 16, 4 pi r square I have written. Okay, original surface area. Okay, before the radius has been increased, one curved surface area we are having. No, what is that? 4 pi r square. See, I have circled. Okay, both the value I have circled. No, that both the value I am dividing. 9 by 16, 4 pi r square divided by 4 pi r square into 100%. 4 pi r square, 4 pi r square we are cancelling. 9 by 16 into 100. So 16 and 100 I am cancelling in the 4 table. So I am getting 4. In the numerator I am getting 25. So 9 into 25 if you multiply, 225 divided by 4 I am getting. 9 into 25 if I multiply I am getting 225. Since we are having the denominator 4, so I am writing the 4 into percentage. So after dividing, this is normal division. Okay, so you have to do it in the side. Since I am not having the space, normal division only, no, you can do by yourself. So if you divide, I am getting 56.25%. Clear all of you? So how much the surface area is increasing now? 56.25% it is increasing. Clear students all of you? The 8th question, it is very important question. 9th question, the internal and external diameter of hollow hemispherical vessel are 20 cm and 28 cm respectively. Find the cos to to paint to vessel all over at rupees 0.14 per centimeter square. See, in this question what they are talking? They are talking about hollow hemisphere. Hollow, if the word comes, how will you draw the diagram? You will be drawing the bigger, and inside that one the same shape you have to draw. Here they are talking about what? Hemisphere. So I am drawing the bigger hemisphere. Inside that another same hemisphere should be. Okay, from here to here this is the internal radius. From here to here this is the external radius. Okay, but in the question they are given the internal and external diameters they are given. Okay, what are the values they are given? 20 centimeter and 28 centimeter. Once they have given the diameter, how will you that convert into radius? You will be dividing the value by 2. So that is the radius. Clear all of you? Now, find the cost to paint. We are going to paint the hollow hemisphere to all over. All over means inside, outside, everywhere we are going to paint this hollow hemisphere. Okay, per centimeter they are charging rupees 0.14. Okay, so how much cost it will take? They are asking, we have to find. Clear all of you? Here, see, we are talking about hollow hemisphere. We have to draw the diagram. See, internal diameter D. Internal means inside, small r. So, small, we are talking about diameter. So, small d is equal to 20 centimeter. So, internal radius, small r, is equal to d by 2. Okay, radius, how will you convert if they given diameter? You have to divide the diameter by 2. So 20 by 2 is 10 centimeter. Clear? Next, external diameter. External diameter they have given capital D we have to take. Okay, capital D equal to 28 centimeter. So from this external radius capital R equal to capital D by 2. So 28 by 2 is 14 centimeter. Okay, now if you see in the question, find the cost of paint to vessel all over means everywhere we are going to paint, not only inside. Inside if they are saying means that is the curved surface area. Okay, but all over they are saying, so all over means everywhere we are going to paint. So we are not going to use CSA formula, we are going to use TSA of your hollow hemisphere. Okay, why? TSA means what? Total surface area. So the question itself they are given all over. All over means totally. So total surface area of formula we have to apply here. Clear? Total surface area of your hollow hemisphere formula is pi into 3 capital R square plus small r square. Okay, tell me that total hollow hemisphere formula is what? Total surface area. Pi into 3 capital R square plus small r square. Clear? Now we know what is capital R and we know what is small r. We have to just substitute and we have to find the value. See, total area to be painted is equal to total area to be painted is equal to TSA of a hollow hemisphere. Okay, which is equal to the formula we know, pi into 3 capital R square plus small r square equal to pi 3 into what is capital R we are having? Capital R value is 14. So 14 square plus what is small r value we are having? 10. So 10 square. Clear? So pi into 3 into 14 into 14 if you multiply 196. 10 into 10 is 100. So 3 into 196 is 598 plus 100 is 688 pi centimeter square. Clear? Now if you need here also you can substitute the pi value. So I am substituting in the and I am calculating the cost of painting. Next, total surface area value we have got, but they are given per centimeter they are charging rupees 0.14. So they are asking the cost only in this question. So cost of painting is equal to total surface area into rate. Okay, so 688 pi into rate is what they are given 0.14. So 688 into pi value is 22 by 7 into 0.14. See, here 7 is there, here 0.14 is there. So 7 and 0.14 we can cancel. Isn't it? If you cancel, what we will get? 7, if you are cancelling 0.14, we will get 0.02. So 688 into 22 into 0.02, if you multiply, we will get 302.72. That is the cost of painting. So cost means you should not put centimeter by meter, you should not put. You have to put rupees. Rupees 302.72 is the answer. Clear students, all of you, this 9th question. Students, last 10th question in exercise 7.1. It is based on the shape frustum. So first I'll explain the frustum and some of the formulas from that, then we'll enter into the concept. Now see, frustum means the shape was come from the cone. Okay, see I have drawn here cone, isn't it? So if you cut the upper part of the cone, so if you are cutting this part means what you will get? You will get in the shape of a frustum, isn't it? Otherwise you can say that it also a bucket. It is the shape of a bucket. So if you cut the upper portion of the cone, then we will get what? Frustum. Okay, so cone when we are talking about, we will be having two height. One is the slant height and another one is the edge height. So what is the formula to calculate the L for cone? Slant height, how will you calculate? Square root of R square plus H square, I taught you. Isn't it? Slant height formula is what? L is equal to square root of R square plus H square, I taught you. Isn't it? But in the frustum, if you find the slant height means, see, you will be having two radius, okay? Upper portion one radius and the lower portion you will be having another radius. So, upper portion radius you have to take it as small r, the lower portion radius you have to take it as capital R. So, since you are having two radius for the frustum, so the same formula only here also we are going to apply. But instead of R, we are writing here capital R minus R the whole square. Because in frustum we are having two radius. Only if you subtract capital R minus small r, we will get the radius, isn't it? So that radius we are squaring and plus H square I am writing as such. Clear now about the frustum? Here CSA of the frustum formula is pi L into capital R plus small r. Okay, total surface area of a frustum means what are the value you will get? The same formula only you will get. In that, what in the top what we are having? Circle form. So that circle plus what, that is area of a circle formula is what? Pi r square. So pi small r square plus pi capital R square. That is the total surface area of the frustum. Total surface area of the frustum, if they are talking, what formula will you apply? First you have to write the curved surface area of the frustum plus this area of the circle. Area of the circle is what? Pi small r square plus area of the circle pi capital R square you have to write. That is the total surface area of the frustum. Clear now? Clear now some about the frustum? Yes. Now we'll start the 10th question. The frustum shaped outer portion of the table lamp has to be painted, including the top part. Find the cost of painting the lamp if the cost of painting 1 square meter is rupees 2. First, you understand the question. Where we have to paint? We have to paint the outer portion. So, this outer portion we have to paint. They have given the table lamp in your book. They have given the diagram. See the diagram now. So, outer portion of the table lamp we are going to paint. So, when you are talking about the curved surface, we have to find curved surface area formula. So, curved surface area of the frustum we have to use, including the top part. Okay, they are painting for the curved surface area and as well as the top what they are painting. Clear? So they are not painting this area. So you have to leave this area. Okay. So what you have to write? The curved surface area of the frustum plus area of the circle. Okay. That area only we have to find. Clear now the question? Yes. This is what in your book they are talking about table lamp. That is in the shape of frustum. Here, see the book itself, they are given small r is 6 meter, capital R is 12 meter, height is 8 meter, they are given in your book itself. Here, first what we have to write, what is given in the question, first we have to write and then only we have to proceed, isn't it? They have given radius of the top portion radius is what 6 meter. Since in the top the circle is very small, so we are taking the radius as small r. Clear? Radius of the bottom, the circle is big, so I am taking the radius in capital R equal to 12 meter. So you should not interchange and write. If you are writing like that, you will get sometimes wrong. Then height is equal to what? 8 meter they are given. Okay, now what in the question they are talking about? They are talking about what? Total area to be painted. We have to paint. Where we have to paint? We have to paint the curved surface area and as well as the top. So, see I have written curved surface area of your frustum plus top area circle. Okay, now these are they are given, they are talking about in the question. Now, we need in the formula L. Okay, in the formula, the curved surface area of the frustum is pi L into capital R plus small r. For that, we need the slant height. Isn't it? So, we are having only H, we need the L value. So, what is the formula for to find the slant height? For the frustum, L is equal to square root of capital R minus small r the whole square plus h square. Clear? All the values you know in this, we have to just substitute and we have to find the L value. Capital R is 12, small r is 6 whole square plus h is 8. So 12 minus 6 is 6 whole square plus 8 square. So if you square 36 plus 64 is what? 100. So square root of 100 is what? 10 meter. So L is equal to 10 meter we have got. Okay, once again I am writing, see, cost of painting. So I am taking now here cost. Cost means how much rupees they have given. Per meter they have given rupees 2. So see, CSA of your frustum plus area of your circle. Area of the circle means what? The top portion. That portion alone we are going to paint. So area of your circle into rupees, since we are talking about cost, into rupees I have written. Clear? So CSA of your frustum formula I told you pi L into capital R plus small r plus area of your circle, the top portion. So in top portion we are having small r. So pi small r square you have to write. Okay, so rupees how much they are given per meter is 2. So into 2 I have multiplied. See in the question they have given 2. Next step, here also pi, here also pi I am having. So I am taking that pi commonly outside. L into capital R plus R square into 2. Pi value is what? 22 by 7 bracket. L now only we have found it is 10. Capital R is 12, small r is 6 plus small r is 6 whole square into 2. After simplifying from this step, I am getting 22 by 7, 180 plus 36 into 2. Clear? So 22 into 216 into 2, if you multiply 9504 I am getting. That value if you divide by 7, which is what we will get? 1357.72. That is the rupees to paint the table lamp. Clear all of you? Clear all of you this 10th question students. With this the 10th question is over. This is for your understanding I have written. This you no need to copy. Okay, this no need to copy. Clear all of you the 10th question. With this I am completing the exercise 7.1. Clear students all of you. Go through the video one or twice. Understand the concept. First you have to by got all the formulas. which is very important. Only then what I am saying you can able to understand, and then also you can solve the problem very easily. Clear students? Thank you.